Welcome to Zorgani Academy, Learning Management System, Lesson 7, Create a Course, by Daryl Wilson.
All right, so we have now completed all of these settings. Now let's go ahead and jump into how to create a course. So to create a course, let's go over here and click on Courses, and let's create our first course. So right here, I'll click on Add New. All right, so let's go ahead and give our course a name. So this is the web design course, right? So I'm making a web design course, and I'll go ahead and put in some demo content. There we go. I just threw in some random demo content. I'll go ahead and scroll down. Now the author, this is the name of the actual person who's creating the course. So if you do have a website with multiple instructors, you just want to make sure that this is the correct author of the actual course. Now it's going to ask us how many students can enroll in the course. If you select 0, this is unlimited. But let's say, for example, you only want 30 students in the course. We'll select it to 30. Here we have the difficulty level. So how difficult is this? Is this all levels, beginner, intermediate, or expert? I'll just put beginner. Now you can select a public course, meaning there is no enrollment. If you guys do have a public course, I would not recommend to have it paid, because then if people pay on a public course, you won't have any information about those users. So it's up to you if you want to have public or not public. Here we have questions and answers. Do you want to have questions and answers for your course? I'm going to select yes. Now, right now I'm doing a free course. In the next section, I will be creating a paid course. All right, but for now, we're just going to select free. You guys might see these options right here. Don't worry about it. I'll talk about that in the very next section when we create a paid course. So now let's talk about the main important part of this course, which is the course builder. Here we have add a new topic. Now a topic is essentially the main topic of the course. So this would be like intro to CSS, right? And then we can put like some just brief description about, what they're going to learn in this specific course, right? Here I'll click on add a topic. Now, what will they learn in CSS? Let's give some more detail about what they will learn in CSS. So the first lesson for CSS would be like how to create. So after you create the lesson name, you'd want to go ahead and put the lesson information right here. This would be the actual meat of the actual lesson, right? So this would be the main purpose of the actual lesson. So you'd want to make sure that this is a very, informative, because this is the actual information that the lesson is providing. Here I'll click on add a media. If you guys do want to add in a little bit more images, you guys can click on add media and just add in a little bit more to the actual, here I'll go ahead and put this thing here, to the actual lesson, right? And we can make that bigger or smaller, right? Bigger or smaller. We can also bold stuff like that. So, here I'll go ahead and put in, this is a CSS intro. And then I will bold this. You can do that to create like maybe subcategories, and then I will go ahead and just, throw in some random demo content right below that. So this is the actual lesson, right? So how to create animations. This would be the actual headline. This is the actual information about the headline. And then we have just some more information about the lesson. So next we have featured image, and I'll go ahead and just upload an image. They recommend 700 by 430. I'll just go ahead and select this girl right here for now. And here we have the video source. Remember earlier how we selected YouTube? Well, this is why, because now we can go ahead and embed a YouTube URL. I'll go ahead and select a YouTube video. All right, so I went ahead and I pasted in one of my YouTube videos, and here we can actually select when we want this to play. Also, if you guys do want to upload attachments, like for example, PDF files or something, you guys can go ahead and select those text files or whatever, and you can upload those so users can have access to those specific attachments. And once you guys are done, we'll go ahead and click on update lesson. All right, congratulations. So we have now created our main topic, which is intro to CSS. And within that topic, we are now teaching them the fundamentals of CSS. Let's go ahead and just create one more quick lesson. So with the power of video editing, I'll go ahead and make another lesson really quick. All right, so I went ahead and I made a second lesson, right? So we have 2 lessons in this main topic. Now, let's say, for example, you want to add a quiz inside of your actual topic section. So right here, let's click on plus quiz. And now let's go ahead and make our first quiz. So what is the name of this quiz? Let's put CSS quiz. let's quiz you on CSS skills. And here I'll click on Save and Next. So now let's go ahead and add in a question, right? Let's click on Add a Question. And you'll go ahead and put in your question here. But CSS slows down websites. And this is going to be a true and false question. So I want this to be required. Now you can also make this randomized if you choose to do that. And here is the display points. If you want to have a more of a point system on your website, I would highly recommend to put this on. If you do not care about having a display points, then you would leave that off. But I'm going to go ahead and display points. And then this is your optional description. You don't have to put anything here. This is if you want to give them hints or if you want to say something while they're answering the question. But I'll just put in this is a description just to show you guys where it appears. Now, what is the correct answer? You can select true or you can select false. So the fact that CSS can slow down a website, I'm going to put true here. It's kind of a stretch, you know, but what the hell, why not? So I'll go ahead and click on Add to Questions. So we have now created our first question. Now we can add in more questions, right? So let's click on Add a Question. And this will be another question. What is CSS exactly? And I'll make this multiple choice. I'll make the answer required. I'll display the points. And I'll go ahead and add an option. So instead of true and false, you guys might want to have multiple choice for your quizzes, right? And for the answer title, I'm going to go ahead and put in what CSS actually is, right? And I'll click on Update Answer. So now I have two answers. And I'll add in one more. And CSS is junk. All right, and I'll just click on Update Answer. So now I have three different selections, right? The correct answer is Cascading Style Sheets. So I'll just go ahead and click on Add to Questions. All right, so now I have two questions for my quiz. Now for tutorial purposes, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it there. There are other options you guys can use, but I think you guys get the point here. So I'm gonna click on Save and Next. And now we have some more information. We can have a specific time frame for this quiz. If you do select 0, there is no time limits. So the next option is quiz feedback mode. This is basically saying, do you want to show answers for the quiz if the user answers them correct or not? I'm gonna put defaults. I'm gonna say the answers are shown after the quiz is finished. You can also show results after the attempt, which is also pretty popular. In fact, I think on my portal for Cal State Northridge, they did have reveal mode, I believe. Or you can have retry mode, which is unlimited attempts on each question. How many times can a person take this quiz? You can select 0 for unlimited, and anything else, it would be just a specific number. But I'm just gonna put it at 1. Now, what is the passing grade? Well, I'm gonna put like 70% as the passing grade. So the next one is called max questions allowed to answer. Now, this is a very interesting setting. This is basically saying if you have a very large quiz, like a 20 question quiz, right? But you only want 10 to appear on this specific quiz. This is used to prevent people from trying to find out the answers because then everyone's given a random question. And also some students might have different questions than other students. So this is kind of like a tricky thing to do if you want to have a very large quiz and then randomize 10 questions from that quiz. Here you have the advanced setting. You can have auto quiz starts, hide questions numbers, and just some additional information here if you guys choose to do that. But I'm gonna go ahead and click on Save and Next. All right, awesome. So here we go. We have lesson 1, lesson 2, and our CSS quiz. So that's pretty much it, but you might wanna make a closing lesson. So for lesson 3, this will just be more of a closing, like things to know going forward, you know? And CSS is this, but just remember CSS is good. You know, just to close out the actual topic, you know, just something to just, you know, give it a closing and just to sort of complete the actual topic section, right? Now let's go ahead and add in a new topic. So this would be a new topic, right? So intro to CSS, this will be intro to WordPress. And then you would go ahead and put in the topic summary. So this is an intro to WordPress. And I'll add a topic. Now, what about WordPress? Well, let's go ahead and add a lesson here. So I'll go ahead and put, so intro to plugins, right? Here I'll go ahead and paste in some content here, and I will update the lesson, right? And we'll add another one. This is really easy, guys. As you guys can tell, this is pretty simple. So intro to themes. This would just be some more content about, themes and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. So I think at this point, you guys are understanding what to do here. I'm gonna go ahead and close out this last lesson. So end, and this would be like the end of the actual course, right? All right, so I think at this point, you guys know what to do with the course builder. I'll go ahead and leave it up to you guys. We have created topics, we've created lessons, and also quizzes for our course websites. You guys can also, again, leave attachments and downloads and whatever you want on all of those lessons. Now here we have additional data. What will I learn? So if you go back to our original course right here, you will see that we have this section where it says like, what would you learn? And then we have these check marks. So this is where it's going to appear. It's going to actually appear on the actual course page. So right here, we'll just put in like, that's, you'll learn this, you'll learn that, stuff like that. Target audience. So who is going to learn this? So over here on the actual right side, we can see that we do have an audience. So this is where this text will display. I'll just go ahead and copy and paste that there. Here you have the total course duration. So how long will this course take? On the right side above here, we actually hit it, but it's actually right here. All right, it's actually right there. It's just hidden though. We actually hit it in the options. And materials included. This is basically saying these are the materials included. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy these and paste those bad boys there. All right, and for every line you create, it will create a little check mark. And then here you have the requirement instructions, right? And these right here are the requirements. So just something, you can just put in whatever. Just make sure that it's one line because that is every line is one check mark basically. And then here you have the course intro video. So whatever video that you want to use to represent the actual introduction of the course, you're gonna paste that URL right there. All right. And once that's done, we'll go ahead and scroll up. So we've essentially entered everything for the course, right? Now there are some other options on the right side that we do need to cover really quick. The first thing is course categories. Do you guys remember when we created a course category for web design? I'm gonna go ahead and select web design. We also have tags, right? I wanna go ahead and enter web design as a tag. Here you'll see that web design is already there. So I'm gonna add in web design and click on add. So now if users click on web design, they will then find our course. Next, we have the tutor starter schema. Now what this is going to do is that this is actually going to display your course with the actual schema markup. For example, we can see that I entered in this online course, how to lose weight, and we can see how this course right here has stars and ratings and reviews, and it has a lot of information about the actual course. This is why you'd want to enter that information because then it will reflect onto the actual schema markup. So let's go ahead and select the schema type, which is a course, right? And what is this? Web design for beginners. And this is an awesome description. And the website, we'll just put www.darylwilson.com, all right? And we're gonna go ahead and select a featured image. So what is the image that represents this actual course? Well, let's go ahead and find one here. So I'm gonna select this, I don't even know what this is. Guys, what is this? Is it a camera? What is that? I'm just gonna select that as my featured image. That's it. So this is the image that represents the actual course. Now, once you guys are done, let's go ahead and click on publish. All right, and now let's go ahead and view the course. All right, here we go. Look at this. We have our web design course. We have our ratings. The categories is web design. If I click on this, it will display all the courses in the web design category, right? Going back here, now this is a free course, okay? So we can make this paid and we'll do that in the next section. We can enroll in the course and here's all the information, right? We have the materials included. We have the beginner, duration, last updated, about the course, all right? We have the curriculum where users can actually look at stuff. Now it's locked at its current time. This is due to the content drip, right? So it's just showing users what's actually in the course. Here is the reviews. Here is the instructors, the design, the tags, and that's pretty much it. So congratulations, we have now created our first course. Now let's enroll in the course. Now let's act as if we are a new person and we want to now enroll in the course. Let's go ahead and click on enroll course. All right. And now I'll click on Start Learning. So this is the actual experience that your users will have when they first enter the course. So this is the video that I entered for my course. And you can see that if I play it, it is now playing the YouTube video. Pretty cool, right? And it's also using their tutor video. So you see here how this is not really YouTube, right? This is like their little video player. So it is using like their own exclusive video player, which is pretty cool. Here's the overview. Remember earlier we entered in the image. This is CSS intro. We have all of the information that we've entered in our previous course. And here is the exercise files. So if you do want to give users files to download, they can click on download and then that will download onto their computer. Now let's go ahead and say, all right, well, I read this lesson. Let's mark this as complete. Awesome. Now let's go to the next lesson. Really, really, I love this. It's so easy to navigate. You know, here we have the overview, and here is the actual lesson we are on, right? How to make CSS responsive. So how to make CSS responsive. I'll say, all right, I read this information. I checked it. Let's go to next. Quiz time. All right, let's do this. Here I'm going to go ahead and say, all right, let's start the quiz. What is CSS exactly? Code, cascading style sheets, or junk? Oh crap, what should we do here? What should we do here, guys? Let's go ahead and do cascading style sheets. All right, CSS slows down website. True. Submit the quiz. Congratulations. I'm gonna go get a beer. I'm proud of myself. I passed the quiz. I remember my college days, like I used to just get scared when I would submit this. I was so scared, and that's like, oh, I got 100%. I'm a damn professional. You know, everyone else is a bunch of losers. You know, so awesome. And we can click on details and look at the course. But when users are done with the course, they will then go to the next section. So things to know going forward, which is just like a closing section. All right, mark as complete. Intro to WordPress. So remember earlier how we have that description about the topic? This is just like a little section here where you know, they can just get some notifications or information or whatever. So now let's go ahead and go to the next section. Intro to plugins. All right, here we go. Now we're on intro to plugins. We're gonna mark as complete. We'll click on next. All right, mark as complete. And the last section, which is the ending section, which is the end, mark as complete. All right, guys, congratulations. We have now finished this course. Congratulations. We are 100% finished. We can also go ahead and ask questions and answers, right? Here, I'll ask a new question. Did you like this video? Maybe I should leave this up for you guys. You guys can be like, you know, Daryl, you went way too damn fast, man. You suck, you know, thumbs down, bro. You know, or whatever. But and then someone else can obviously respond by saying like, yes. All right, so congratulations. We have now made a course. I think at this point, you guys know how to create courses now with the Tutor LMS plugin.